Hey internet friends, so today I am on the beautiful Neshannock Creek. This is the delayed harvest section. I've had mixed success here. I've had some really good days and I've been skunked some days. Fun fact, the very first trout I ever caught on a fly rod was on this creek. So I see a bunch of moths flying around. So I think there might be like a white moth hatch going on or something, but I haven't seen any fish rising, so I don't think they're actually hitting the water. But I've tied on a white fly that's about their size, and I've also tied on a small black ant because I know ants are around. The water seems to be a little bit high right now, but let's see what we can do. So I wasn't getting any hits on the dry fly, and I worked this water pretty good. So I switched back to nymphing rig, and if I start to see fish rise, and I'm still seeing a bunch of these moths flying around, so if I start to see fish rise, I'll switch back to the dry fly. But for now, I'm just going to go straight nymphing. So let's see what we can do here. Ooh. And just as I switch over to my nymph rig, of course a fish jumps over there. So at least I know there's a fish in here. Alright, so I'm on the board. Not a trout, but a little tiny sucker. Like I said, I like these little fish, and if it wasn't for him right now, I would be skunked, so now I'm not. Cheers, buddy. All right, let's try to catch a trout now. All right, guys, so I tried the nymphing, I tried the dry flies. I finally gave up and put a streamer on and pulled it through, and maybe the second time I pulled it through, this guy decided he wanted to eat it. And he is a pretty nice rainbow, actually. I got 3X tippet on, so I didn't have to play him too much. And that is a pretty nice fish, actually. Get him over here in a little bit of shallow water, take a look at him. Calm down, buddy. Got him on this streamer. That came out nice. I smashed the barb down. Get that out of here before I hook him again. You can see it's right there, that guy. And this is a nice rainbow. This is probably 15 inches or so. And he's a feisty little guy. Look at that. It's a good catch. First catch of the day. And I caught him on my sinking line. So this is actually the first fish I've ever caught on a sinking line. On the Neshannock Creek. So my first trout ever. And my first trout on a sinking line. Cool deal. All right, there should be more in here. Let's see if we can get another one. I got funky currents going on here. I got one coming towards me and the other one's out there. And I think he's sitting in that lane out there. But as soon as it lands, my line is in this current. That wasn't too bad. But didn't take it, so there's that. Nope, he doesn't care for that at all. So let's regroup and maybe switch back to some nymphing. So I was bringing my nymph in just to change it, and I grabbed my line with my hand and I was just pulling it towards me, and all of a sudden I got a tug because this guy decided he wanted to eat it. And it's actually a pretty nice sized, and I'm not sure if that's a bluegill or a sunfish or what that is, but it's some sort of panfish. And he grabbed it as I was grabbing the line with my hand, and he decided he wanted to have it. So there you go, little panfish on the board. All right guys, so yet another first on Neshannock Creek. I just hooked up with this rainbow. I actually saw a few golden rainbows over there, and I was targeting them, and I couldn't get a good drift with an indicator, so I decided to try some Euro nymphing. And so I sent a few drifts down, and sure enough, hooked up with this guy. Oh! And he's off, just like that. But that was pretty cool because that was the first time that I've hooked a fish Euro nymphing. On my own, I should say, because I did have Josh Miller, by the way, is a great guide if anybody's ever looking for a guide, and he's a big Euro nympher, and he actually had me fishing like that one time, and he's basically the guy who taught me how to fly fish. Him and another guy named Derek have taught me basically everything I know, but they're experts and I'm still a novice. So anyhow, let's see if we can't get another one hooked up. All right guys, well that's a wrap here from Volant, PA on Neshannock Creek. Just the 2 hookups on trout. I landed that one nice 15-incher and one got off. So not a spectacular day, but I mean really any day on the water is going to be pretty good, especially the kind of areas that trout streams typically are in. But I did get to try out a bunch of different techniques today. I did some dry fly fishing, some nymphing, some Euro nymphing. That's when I hooked that trout. Streamer fishing with a sinking line, which I hooked the other trout. That's the one I landed. So it was a good day in that regard. Of course, the goal is to catch fish, and in that regard, it wasn't the best. But I'll take it. So until next time, guys, cheers.